It's Justyna here from Flight of the Phoenix Holistic Therapy. Today we're doing a first episode from a Raw and Real series with Justyna. So if you followed me at all, you will notice that I share a lot of personal stories, which I hope um, can bring some guidance and, well, comfort, perhaps. To whoever is listening, maybe some assistance, some prompt to heal, I guess. And today is quite raw and real story, and it's really close to my heart. Yesterday was my sister's birthday. Unfortunately, my sister passed away when I was about 18. She was just 25. She died of cancer. And yeah, yesterday's day, the birthday kind of always is a time of remembering that it happened. So why this is why I'm telling this story, and I guess I want to talk a little bit about the grief, um, and how there are many types of grief. I actually wasn't that close with my sister. Our family wasn't very functional. There was quite a lot of anger, silence, separation. We weren't really friends. There was quite a big gap between our ages, about 6 years or 6.5. Um, and so I guess the grief here isn't just about the fact that it was my sister who died, but also the grief of the potential of what it could have been, what this relationship could have been when we were adults. The gap between us created quite a distance. I feel we all became or absorbed certain ways of behaving in our family to survive. Um, in our different ways. Obviously, I was the youngest, so I was observing my environment. And by this observation and awareness, I've learned what works, what doesn't in my family. And I have repeated the behaviors that worked and stopped doing things that didn't. Um, and I think when we were growing up, we both were moving between different types of roles. We were high achievers, we were rebels, we were scapegoats. We all developed different survival strategies. And I guess my sister was always saying I had better, but I think I just learned faster how to navigate the situation because I could observe her and her relationship with my mother and how she navigated. And I saw what were the results of her behaviors. And therefore, I did not repeat the same behavior or pattern that she was displaying. So, yes, because our relationship wasn't that close, my grief is slightly different. I think it's called the ambiguous grief, grief of lost potential, of not being close enough to the person that I've lost. Um, and I guess her death did teach me a lot of things. But before I go there, I guess I want to talk about two things. One is my last call before she passed away. I think it was a month before she died. I couldn't see her a lot because my parents wouldn't take me to hospital. I was angry at them for that. Um, But now I'm happy that I wasn't seeing my sister um, in whatever state she was, because, some things just stay in your memory forever. What I saw was enough. Oh, this is hard. Anyway, so my last call with her was this is where you say to yourself, pull yourself together. This is supposed to be educational. Okay, let's pull ourselves together. So the last call was about it was the first and the last real call we had. Why am I saying first? Because we expressed love for each other. Words we never spoke in our house. Um, and this was like apology or like kind of connection. It was strange, as if some higher power gave me opportunity to have that last conversation while my sister was still coherent. And I think that really helped the grieving process. Obviously, I'm still grieving 23 years later, or however long it's been. Um, and I'm really grateful for that conversation. That's, I guess, what I want to express. I had really good call with her. Um, and she was really happy. And I think that made a difference to her. And then I remembered that I had dream as well, around her around her funeral time. So there was a time she passed away, and then there was this 3-day period or 2-day period between her death and the funeral. And yeah, I had a dream, and I remember the dream was it was a bit ridiculous. So she was sitting on like a hospital bed in the hospital gown with her short hair, smiling, peaceful, um, and kind of saying, I think she was saying goodbye, but she was saying it in a way um, like it's okay that I'm happy now, I'm safe, I'm peaceful, you know, all the pain is gone now. And and then I was getting ready for her wedding, and I was looking frantically for the dresses, and I was for her wedding, and I was putting a white dress on, and she said to me, Justina, it's a little bit inappropriate for you to wear this dress. I'm dead. You should be wearing black for my wedding. It was just ridiculous dream, but I guess it was my subconscious processing of having a closure, of saying goodbye. Um, and that made the difference. That one phone call, the dream, they made the difference. That I had a chance to say goodbye to her, even though um, I haven't seen her a month before she died. Um, anyway, woo, emotional. Yes, I'm definitely very grateful for that. And her death clearly impacted me heavily, and how I changed in my life. I guess I was quite a high achiever. I was doing everything I had to meet the expectations within reason of my family. So I studied really a lot. I think I had like 100% presence at school. Like I would never not show up at school unless I was like, ill badly, which never happened a lot. Um, So I was doing school because I made a target. I have to finish school so I can leave. But the plan started developing later after my sister's death. And not even a few years after, I started changing from achiever to more of a rebel. I guess I was close in those teenage years, young adult. So I became a rebel and with hunger for freedom. Um, and I have in that time hurt many people. I had my remember first boyfriend that we've been together for 5, 6 years. Um, and yeah, I just finished it pretty abruptly. I was done with it. I moved on from it. I heard my father when I decided that, oh, well, I'm staying in London. I'm not coming back. There is too much freedom here to be had. So obviously that was heartbreaking for my father because he lost his one daughter. Then I left completely to another country. Um, but anyway, this is not about that. It's about reclaiming my freedom and what freedom meant to me at that time and what it still means to me. Um, and freedom means never to be stuck, never to be helpless, ever, ever again. Um, that time it was more about escaping, running away from pain and hurt, choosing myself quite strongly, which then I've forgotten along the way somehow and became again stuck. But never you mind, shit happens. Um, But now the freedom means more like it's rather than escape is a conscious choice because I'm older, wiser, apparently. Um, and so I'm choosing myself more and I'm trying to create a code by which I will live my life. That is not hurting other people, hopefully, but it's also from love for self and others rather than from fear or silence. Um, I'm still building trust in myself, in the universe or higher power, whatever you want to call it, to feel safe, to be resourceful, and to take all the skills I've learned from my home into the real world. But freedom is a practice of believing in yourself and choosing rather than reacting. Um, So with that story, what did I really want to say? Apart from it being painful and still hurting even after so many years. My sister died in August 2002, so a while ago. But still, her death had huge impact on my life. Even if we were close or weren't close, it taught me how to really live and grab life. And yeah, I do have a little bit of FOMO, fear of whatever, losing out, missing out, fear of missing out. So I do many things that probably aren't so good for me, or at least I was doing them, aren't so much good for me, but I wanted to try everything because I don't want to miss out. I want to make sure I'm living this life. I want to make sure I'm living this life on my terms. Um, and I guess I want to say that tragic event might be a wake-up call, a breakthrough, change of perspective, a huge one, transformation. And every time I think of my sister, which is quite a bit, um, every birthday, every death anniversary, every time I look at her picture on the wall, I remind myself that I need to live this life. and that I deserve to be here. And maybe I'm overdoing it, like I need to earn the life. But I'm definitely working on it. This video itself is very exposing. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this. Um, but it's yeah, it's my raw and real story. So I guess my question to you is, what happened in your life that changed you? What freedom means to you? What strategies you developed? What roles you had to play in your family? Who have you become? I'm always really keen to hear people's stories. I'm very interested in them because they carry wealth of knowledge, of wisdom, of experience, of things we need to learn from and share together. So thank you so much for listening. I'm sorry I've been crying. Um, Hopefully next video will be a little bit more how would you call it, optimistic, but well, I learned by shock and by big events and huge transformations. So maybe the story will resonate with you, maybe not, or maybe it triggered you. So if it did, stop what you're doing and take few breaths. Make sure your exhale is longer than your inhale. And remember that if you survived something really, really big and heavy, you're already, and you survived it, you're already stronger than you think. Um, you're already making it. You are amazing, you are powerful, and sometimes there is a blessing um, in disguise in those situations. So I will leave you with this and have a little cry afterwards and meditate. Yes, and I will say my goodbye. Take care. Big hugs. And stay tuned for more. Bye bye.